we come a caroling among the leaves so green. Here we come a wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you and to you glad
Hi, stream.
and God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy
We're just testing, right?
new year. Deck the halls with bells of holly. Fa la 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 la.
Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Got a drip, put it on, turn a king from a pawn. Royal blood is running strong, sing
I
it.
can imagine some murderers just running after us with axes while singing this.
Dashing through the snow.
I love
in
festive
a one-horse
murders.
open sleigh.
Oh, the fields we go.
Hi, stream.
All the way.
Hi, stream.
On bobtails ring.
Technical difficulty.
What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all
The
the
figure's
way.
totally not the
Oh,
impossible.
what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Good King Wenceslas looked down on the feast of Stephen.
Because I have no deception.
All is calm, all is bright.
Well, look on the bright side. I just have to get rid of one person at a time, and we're good. There's points in time where people are split up, right?
Are you guys playing Among Us while we're playing D&D?
No. Among Us is D&D.
Alright, time to think dino facts.
Roar, 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 roar.
Man, I've been loving the Crystal Dana Niches in Ark.
You need the crystal dino form.
It's just feathery and glowy.
Could you
Is
imagine?
it the one you posted pictures of in chat? Yeah, fair.
Yep.
Could you imagine a crystalline dragon?
Yeah. There's actually
Well, there
one
you
of
go.
the 3.5 books over there. There's actually a set of gem dragons.
Cool. Alright, Mila, turn that to one of them.
The Matthew Colville thing actually has some gem dragons as well. I think they're getting brought in with one of the new books, I've heard. Was it in Fitbits? I haven't had to look very much.
Oh, I remember those things. I remember those things. We can take them.
Or we can die trying.
Yeah. Or we can skewer them and you can cook them over a fire. I heard rainforest meat is actually good for you.
Alright, and live we are. Thank you very much for everyone for joining us. We all appreciate it. I love the Stream Beats Christmas stuff. I'm gonna keep using it until I probably shouldn't be using it, and then I'm gonna keep using it some more because, yes, that is
Driving everyone insane for Christmas.
sure insane. I'm just teaching you all to have that good Christmas spirit all year round. And if you don't like it, then we're just going to go through and give you tentacles. What? That's not a sneak peek of today. That's no, don't worry about that. Anyway,
I think
This is my fault.
that sounds like a
All
good
my
time.
fault.
That sounds like a good time. Also, hello everybody and welcome to the stream.
So, there is one actually thing I need to go through and we need to go and talk about before we get into the recap. We're gonna swap to this screen and we're gonna go and make this ginormous. We have gotten some new artwork It's still in the process of being colored and all the fun, but the line art is there. This is our wonderful Mila.
She's so
Whee!
pretty.
Mila looks great.
This thing that you see over here will get updated and changed at one point. I have to go and
Yeah.
change out and
Maybe
edit
just wait until we have
the full color one.
I'm going to get
Probably.
another update progress by the end of this week, I believe, and then it's going to be a break for the winter holidays, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, besides fun, wonderful news right there. Asger, are you ready to take us away with the recap?
Absolutely. We're wonderfully awful child kidnappers. We picked up with Asger being at a doctor's appointment and the rest of the party murdering a cleric. Oh my god, I wasn't there. Asger doesn't know until certain someones may have mentioned that they murdered a cleric. Oh my god. But they were tainted by evil things, and they sound like an evil person because they kidnapped a child who then we kidnapped from the kidnappers and then decided to take, on a little vacation away continuously still from her uncle and father. But more specifically, we were inside this cave, or at least most of the party was inside the cave, successfully saved the child, brought her back towards town. Unfortunately, we didn't want to use the lawful just walking into town with a child who may or may not have, belonged to the mayor. And just all of the questions that would go along with why do you have the mayor's child? We decided to let our fine cat friend, who Asger has no love for at all, find a secret passageway into the city, which was a wonderful little press in the wall and then kind of scoot and crawl. There was a conversation about what to do with the child in the middle of the street for a minute before eventually deciding to re-meet back up with Asger and take a bit of a rest, as that the party got a little messed up by the sounds of it for not having light sources when they went into the dark evil cave full of dark evil priests. Thankfully, we took an 8-hour rest. Asger made a friend with the small child. We sort of laid out a plan of what we were going to do, and then after that, we were in the process of executing that plan when all of the city guard realized that a certain someone had been kidnapped at this point and was on high alert to attempt to find them. As we were about to walk out the door, they happened to come to our door. So we let in the lieutenant. We had a conversation with the lieutenant after passing back the child that we had kidnapped from the kidnappers. And in doing so, Asger's allowed back into the city, and he gave us kind of a job to do outside of just agreeing with the job we were already doing of getting this city back on the right and right away from the evil family that is currently running it. And we went back to said evil cave full of evil things. But this time we brought light, which made a huge difference, it sounds like, with them not teleporting behind us and stabbing all of our faces in as hard. We relatively comfortably got through the encounter up until the last guy who may or may not have wrecked our shit really hard. Asger kept Zastrava alive and then miscounted how much damage she could take and went down. Unfortunately, a certain recycle wizard also didn't quite have as much toughness to get away from certain things, also went down. But thankfully, our ever vigilant Mila was able to finish things off. I don't remember if Mila got the finish or if it was Zastrava who got the finisher on Priesty guy.
Yeah, no, I munched an arm.
That's what it was. This dinosaur was trying to be good about not entirely eating a person, so that we had someone to question, to figure out. And then things Asger doesn't know is that Cypher may or may not have had a nightmare sequence of a certain someone he made a deal with and has unsuccessfully gotten away from. Speaking of making a deal, it just popped into my head. I forgot that a certain collective of people has decided that we should take the evil pirate cat's boat back home.
Yes. I like this idea.
I think that's all we got. So we kind of pick back up sort of in the middle of a whole bunch of craziness. So
I believe you did choose non-lethal damage, Mila, on the last one?
Yes.
Okay. So we've reconvened with you all around. No more sounds coming of people coming to attack you at the moment. You do hear a slight, like, water, like, going back and forth, like the sound of that further down south. But for the most part, I mean, In-Depths is dusting himself off.
Once again, you seem to have come out relatively unscathed.
I was hit by one of the things.
Relatively.
I'm sorry, I'm a backline. I take this, I point, things die.
Which I asked you to kill something and you did.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Well, if all's quiet for now, should we carefully investigate, or do we need to go check the inner chamber?
I think first and foremost, we should probably tie up the man missing an arm.
That's not a bad idea.
Tie up, sure, but we might also want to keep a light source nearby him.
I was thinking maybe we just drag him outside and tie him up to a tree for now. At least that way he would be out of the way and in the light.
Not a bad idea.
So we want to tie him up and not go and, like, I would rather we talk to him first.
I mean, I was planning on going in first as well, after we tie him up to the tree and everything. I just don't want his allies to come get us while we're here. A little bit safer outside of their cave that they might have booby-trapped.
Okay.
Yes, and I am happy to do some interrogation, if needed.
I like this idea. She's scary. You should
And
use
if
her
you-
for more.
And if you need a bit more blades involved, just ask. Or bone breaking.
Which Zestrel will know Mila's volunteering to carry. We'll sort of,
Do you carry with your claws or with your... Okay, I didn't know if you go up and pick it up like a cat.
No, that's a bit too tempting.
Fair enough.
Look.
So you guys pick him up and drag him out. Who's tying him up? To a tree?
Tying him up's acrobatics or athletics, I forget which.
Acrobatics, probably. Well, more of a dexterity, sleight of hand, probably.
Asger will volunteer then?
Sistrava said, I don't know what. You might have been trying to say something, Sistrava. You might have been muted.
I can assist our fair princess in tying up this scoundrel.
Asger will say,
Okay.
I went to stuck in a castle camp.
I'm
can
sure
give
you
him-
also went to many camps of, you know, let's escape if you ever get kidnapped. Princess camp.
See, that is true, as that. But someone would have to know that you exist to be kidnapped.
Well,
I mean, I know you exist.
Did you know that I existed before this moment, or just all of the twins?
There's a lot of rolling nobility. Anyone who tries to claim it, they're probably worth a pretty penny.
Did you want me to roll that not to the GM?
That worked. No. You can keep those rolls.
Oh no.
It's a 15. It's not awful.
It's not bad.
Oh good,
As
not
you're-
this time.
As you're going through and doing it, Hidden Depths is just watching, and you see him go and just chuckle, but then continue letting you do it.
I mean, to be honest, yeah, he is like a ship's captain. He probably is really good at tying knots.
Maybe. I'll never know now.
You got it, pause.
He didn't offer.
He didn't.
He's never been offered. He's a freaking freeloader.
Yeah, once Asker's done, Mila's going to pick him up on the arms and just start walking.
And you guys give him the
Good.
outside into the cave. I thought you guys were actually tying him up to the tree.
I'm tying him up, and then I'm tying him up to the tree.
Okay.
There are multiple layers.
I see.
Multiple ways things can go wrong.
I see.
Does Hidden Depths pull a cipher here?
Nope. So you guys are able to go tie him up. I'm not gonna make you roll for that part. You got your tying check done. And what do you do next?
Well, I was curious what like Hidden Depths thoughts were. It was like Dino just walks on by / through him.
He's seen you
whatnot.
already.
Well, that's fair.
He saw this the first time. He has dark vision, not blind sight.
Mhm.
I could bring him back to consciousness sooner if we would like, or we can sit around the human tied to a tree and wait.
As you say
Wait.
human, you kind of do see that his skin is like very pale gray. His ears are a little bit longer, kind of like an elf's ears, and the pale white hair.
I don't think that's human.
That
Very
may be fair.
I don't even think that's an elf.
Could be
I
some
don't think
sort
he
of-
has rights to live anymore. But we need information first.
Anything non-human doesn't have rights to live. Got it.
I mean, not human. This just, if you're implying what I assume you are implying, then he is a monstrosity.
Probably a
Mila's going to
aberration.
stalk and do like circling perimeters, munching at, like snapping at things nearby to clear an area.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
Mm-hmm. Do. Oh, it's not on the sheet. Do.
Just make a strength-based check, and then, because it would mean that you're not proficient in it.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You see, actually, there was a deer that was getting close to you guys, and as soon as you start going and prowling and like chomping, you watch as it just starts going and sprinting away.
Yep, there goes
Good.
food.
So are you guys waiting for him to regain consciousness? Are you guys taking a short rest, or what are you guys doing?
Leaving it to them.
Do we need rest?
Asger looks pretty beaten up, and I assume that Cypher is equally beaten up.
I am down
Yeah.
10 HP. Yeah, I've heard.
Same.
Alright, I guess we get a short rest. Let's see, what is my thing?
So roll any d10s of a short rest that you want to do. And if you're giving him a Song of Rest, I'm assuming it's a Strava.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to pull that up right now. Let's see, we're only 8th level. Darn, it was so close. Next level, it's 1d10.
Does Hidden Depths count as a...
Yes, unfortunately.
I never knew if you were going to there or not. It's a D6 that they get extra.
D8.
D8, nice. Let's see.
And Mila's doing fine on health and has another 3 hours at least of wild shape, so just going to be stalking around, being a general menace.
Do you roll the d8 or do we roll the d8?
You can roll the d8. And should I roll to see how good my performance is?
You can.
We'll see. We're gonna try. I am tired.
It happens. Are you using the harp or are you
Yeah, so it's probably why I'm probably like, Wes, be
Tink,
careful.
tink,
Cannot
tink.
hurt it.
I didn't mean to hit that twice. God damn it.
Yep, I have no more hit dice to roll.
Nice. You get at a long rest, you get half of your level's hit dice back.
Yep.
Okay. And at the end of the short rest, are you guys all done rolling up your hit points?
Yes.
Can you recover any spell slots?
Nope.
Okay.
Unless you are a wizard who hasn't used your feature or a warlock. So, as you guys finish, you do. And then you see him like looking around and looking at you all, closing
Morning,
his eyes.
sleepyhead.
The comprehend languages, I believe, only lasts for an hour.
Let me check. I'm guessing I probably would have, like, let my guard down while we were resting. But I can, it's a first level, so I'll cast it.
I believe Cypher.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Okay. Cypher, and you understand. Don't you understand deep speech now?
I do, but no one else knows that.
It's true. You heard him say, "It's so bright."
Can I, like, roll perception to see if I notice that, like, Cypher also notices?
It'd be an insight.
Okay.
Spicy.
Cypher,
What do I roll?
give me a
Deception?
yeah. You don't notice anything, Sistrava?
What? Evil. Alright. It's gonna be like, it was a smart idea to take him out in the sun.
Asger will just give a thumbs up.
Why am I alive? You hear, and for those of you who understand, the rest of you just get up.
Can you speak common, please? I poke him with the the blunt end of the blade. Or not the blade, the staff.
You are
He doesn't
alive.
seem to register. Sorry for that, Sistrava. He doesn't seem to register what you said at all. He just. And then as you start saying you are alive, he quickly just looks at you.
You are alive because we have questions for you about your master and what lies in the cave. How long you're alive and how pleasant your experience is depends upon your answers.
You'll die soon enough.
We've seen you try to kill us, and so far you've failed twice. It's not a great track record.
Did he say what I'm guessing he said based on the context?
You can't understand Sistrava either, I believe.
Oh, right.
wait.
Mostly looking over my shoulder and being like, we're getting to see if
Wait
he's
a
going to answer
second.
our questions or not.
I'm sorry. You don't actually speak deep speech.
You can just understand it.
So I have to take to speak it.
Tongues, 3rd level spell.
Well, Cypher.
So,
Asger's just gonna look at everyone as he's just like making these noises and go, well, Shirku, I don't think he's actually going to use another language. So maybe we can have him draw pictures? I guess it kind of bound his arms. That's not really gonna work.
Right. But I don't think that's gonna work. No.
I have an idea. Asger will just pull out like a sheet of paper and one of her quills, and she's just gonna go like, and just put the quill in his mouth, like hold the paper close.
he looks up to you, and, like, spits it at you.
Cypher, do you have any capabilities of mind reading?
I don't really dabble into the mind magic too often. It's out of my forte.
Huh. Okay.
Asger's just gonna go, I wonder if this works, and pull out her holy symbol and just push it against his forehead.
For those of you who understand, get that away.
It definitely doesn't like that, Asger.
Asger will give a thumbs up and just, I saw it at a play once that came to the keep. Supposedly it hurt. I don't think it's real though.
I need everyone who's within a 60-foot cube, which I assume is all of you right now, to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Probably should have thought about gang. This is a spellcaster.
And like most of you will be near Asger, so you probably have
I
a
was like,
plus
pretty
3.
much everyone should have the +3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't, but that's
Uh,
okay.
Does Hidden Depths have a +3?
No.
No. Still no. Okay. Hidden Depths sees you and understands.
Hidden Depths doesn't understand. He doesn't know how my magic works.
Do you think he's never worked with alongside or against a paladin before?
Yeah, he's an evil motherfucker. Why would he work with a paladin?
Okay, so let's see. Shirku succeeds. Estrava, you succeed with Asker's bonus. Mila, you don't have Asker's bonus, right?
No.
Okay, so
Woo, 3 down.
let's see.
It's gonna hurt.
Dash roll. Those who succeed take half damage on this.
Oh,
Good thing we took a short rest.
A spell without somatic components at 10d8.
Not really a spell, but more of a wave. Magical effect. So 52 points of damage for those who failed.
Wait, for those that failed. Okay.
For those who succeeded, 26.
Well, that hurt.
Is it 2 for those who failed?
52 for those who failed. So Asker,
Well, I'm back to where I started.
Cypher, and Mila all failed, as did Hidden Depths.
Is Cypher dead again?
yes.
Asger will just go over to you really quick and just nope, and just I'm really glad I didn't use it on myself. I thought about using it on myself just to get myself up a little bit. Healing hands.
Nice. You heal 8 points of damage. And
Skrr.
almost an immediate reaction, you see Lol up. Do we really need him?
No, we don't.
And just Lol's giant python that just threw his head.
And
What
off
was
his
the
head.
what did happen, or what was the spell attack?
He just like he said something guttural that not even those who understand it understand, and just this wave of necrotic energy.
Asger was
He did
just
a
gonna be like,
necrotic.
Or psychic energy. Sorry.
It was a psychic Fudofra.
Okay, thank you.
And meanwhile, I'd also like to cut off his head with my halberd.
Asger was just gonna be like, we did need him. I was just gonna ask Hidden Depths to cut out his tongue.
You watch as Hidden Depths reloads. He's not looking very happy after that.
I'll take the blame for that one this time, Asger.
Let's not do that again.
I was thinking that maybe our friend back at the house would be able to read his mind if we just stopped him from being able to talk.
No, I guess I better go back in.
But we kill everybody. I didn't even read them their right of execution first. I was finally going to actually be able to execute someone appropriately so that they could hopefully find some form of retribution in the next life. And we murdered them again.
I don't believe he would have understood you.
While Asger's and the others are talking, but basically just dismembering this person and starting to burn his ashes.
Oh wait, don't burn him yet. I'm gonna rifle through his pockets.
Mila bounds back. Bling, 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 bling. And is everyone okay?
I've been better.
Okay. And Mila will go over and heal. Heal Cypher and Shirku. So first one for Cypher. Did it actually do anything?
I just see your name. It hasn't rolled yet.
Like,
no.
It seems my macro may be bugged.
Oh, there
Here
we go.
Oh. Yeah, wait a second.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry if I'm
You're good. I'm just... Because technically Cypher went down?
Yes.
Anyone else go to 0?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Also, was that necrotic damage? I forgot to ask.
Psychic.
Psychic.
Okay.
But it wouldn't have
My
mattered. That
blazers.
only... Yeah, between Hidden Depths and Shirku, they definitely did enough damage to get over the temp HP.
Oh yeah, I had temp HP.
Oh no, not you. You
No,
weren't
you
the one I'm
already
worried
Short
about.
rest. Every short rest, everyone gets 11 temp HP. Who listens to Asger pray?
That's the
Everyone?
Everyone. I will not give it to Hidden Depths though.
I had to ask.
Actually, you know what?
Did I
I
get
will
killed
give it
for
to Hidden
5 or
Depths. If Hidden Depths is willing to listen to the whole mini sermon, Hidden Depths can also maybe have fucking learned something. I won't exclude them from the sermon. I will exclude them from my personal protections, but you know, maybe I can get them to change their heart, and then I won't need to turn them into the law.
I'll take the 11 temp HP.
I figured you would.
He was actually
I'm
down to
not-
about half HP.
Mm-hmm.
You put me under half.
I'm not at 3. That's all that matters.
So are we continuing in now?
I don't think it's a good idea to continue it, if I'm being honest.
We could always try camping out. But how late is it now? Is it time for sleep yet?
After an hour's rest, it's probably around 3. Getting there.
Did you find anything among his belongings so I can burn them out?
Yes.
Burn them?
You do find... I had just pulled it up a second ago. Then I had to close out of it. He does have a nice pair of studded leather. on that he's wearing.
Oh, does he?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey, Cypher, a new volunteer.
And then
The corpse is hacked up. It's not that good.
Oh,
there
yeah.
is a dagger that's like curved blade that he has on him.
Technically, I haven't hacked it up just yet. You
But
still
other
have an
than-
opportunity.
Other than that, no real weapons or equipment.
I will carefully pass the dagger over to Cypher and be like, is there anything up with this dagger?
I'll identify it.
It is a phantasmal dagger.
Ooh.
It deals your normal dagger damage, as well as 1d12 necrotic damage. The target of the creature that you hit has disadvantage on saving throws until the next turn.
Huh, that's not bad.
Anyone
As
need
for-
a dagger?
If nobody else wants it, I'll take a dagger.
Yes, please, Mila.
For some reason, I'm imagining
Any
a
like
dinosaur.
other special thing about the dagger? Like, how should I write it down as?
Just what I said. It deals 1d4 plus 1d12 necrotic damage, 1d4 piercing, 1d12 necrotic, and whenever you hit someone with it, they have disadvantage on saving throws until the start of your next turn.
I'm just imagining a dino just trying to whack people with a little tiny dagger in between his fingers.
Asger will just be like, Cypher, is there anything interesting about the armor?
I will identify the armor.
Nope. Just studded
Nah,
leather.
it's just a pair. It's just your good old leather armor.
Well, if you really are want things to recycle, I quote into the air, there's still the bodies inside the building. Or inside the cave.
We could use some pack mules. Those come in handy.
Oh, isn't Bethany around too? Oh no, Bethany died. Well, before
No,
this.
like Golem got. Ooh.
I was like, did I need to make a saving throw for them? Nope. They already got annihilated the last time that saving throw came around.
So are we resting here, like camping out so that way nothing can come through?
Yeah, we could
Or-
try and.
Yeah, I like this idea.
Looks like
Thank you,
there
in-depths.
looks like there's already a campfire set up inside the cave.
I don't think we should camp in the cave. The entrance is much better.
I think we could camp slightly outside of sight from the entrance and maybe keep an eye and look and see if there are anyone coming and going, incriminating themselves.
Could work. Aside from that, we'll have to keep an eye out for whatever this blob is flying.
It's fair.
Alright. You. I think I'm going to go take a bedroll from inside.
You do that.
I
Don't
did
bring
not
any
come
niece.
prepared for this.
Don't bring any slimes back with you, please.
Asger's gonna, while Hidden Depths is away, just come up to Destrava and just be like, can I share your sleeping bag so I don't get kidnapped by him in the middle of the night?
Always. I've got an extra roomy bedroll.
Oh. Mhm.
Very nice.
Mhm. And I'll set up in a tree.
Ooh, are you
Dig
Very
my claws in
tricky.
nicely.
Ooh.
are you all going to be setting up a watch? As Hidden Depths comes back with one of the bedrolls and just starts like setting it up like next to a tree, so he has a nice comfort.
Yep.
I can watch first.
I'll go ahead and whenever it actually starts getting darker, my dark vision's useful. I'll take that one.
I'll wake you up for second, Shirku.
I mean, it's
Alright.
not gonna be getting dark until near the end of watch, because you guys are basically gonna be sleeping from about 3 to 8, or 3 to 11.
All right, so I'll go ahead and take second watch then. And before I go to bed, I'm going to go off and set up a hunting trap because I still have that.
You guys are very easily able to get food. So Mila, then Shirku.
Asger will offer to do it with someone, as that she knows herself. She's shit at finding things.
I'll watch with you.
Asger will look around and see if there are any other volunteers.
And
But I
that's
think this
trying
is
to
perfect.
butt into husbando role would be precious.
Because you're like, it's okay, you're gonna wake me up when you wake up anyways. I will sit with you.
So
Besides,
Mila,
you need your catnaps.
Okay, that works for me.
And who's taking last watch? Is it gonna be Cypher? Or is it gonna be Hidden Depths?
I guess Safer will.
I mean, if you want, I can be the one to watch.
Or we could take watch together.
That works as well.
So, Mila, you're the one starting this off.
Yep. And at the start of my shift, I'll do a cure on myself for level 2. Just patching up. Nice. 1 plus. Nice,
Can
nice,
you
nice.
Give me that marvelous perception check.
And I will.
I need more help.
See, the key to this is having the high ground.
Yes. From your high ground, you're able to you can actually see part of Whitherthorn, and you see that looks like the guards calmed down now from earlier. Everyone's been notified that, you can assume everyone's probably been notified that they found her. No longer searching. No sounds or anything come from within the cave. There's some wildlife that, now that you've no longer scared it, you see that some things around. Though there is a deer you catch that you guys hadn't really noticed before, that's just bleeding from the eyes, just shortly out of the way of your guys' camp. And it's just on the ground, just not moving.
Like dead?
Maybe.
I wonder if I got hit by the damage.
Yeah, free food.
Probably, and so Mila's going to, after scanning around, bound over and sort of poke at it, investigate.
Definitely dead. And there are no wounds that you can see. So meaning probably?
Yeah. Mila's going to quickly drag the deer off further from camp.
Okay. Anything else that Mila does?
Bounds back into the tree and settles in, waking Shirku eventually.
Okay. Shirku. It's time for your watch.
Yep, I'm going to have my echo somewhere in the camp keeping a lookout. And meanwhile, I'm going to get into a tree while the echo plays bait and just keep an eye out around the camp. Have my trap just in case. I'm hooked up somewhere inside of a bush or nearby in case something tries to sneak up through that pathing.
Okay. Give me a perception check with advantage.
Alright. There's my perception. Click. What the heck was that noise?
Nothing. Plans for the future. Don't worry about it. Sorry.
That played just as I hit the dice roll. What the heck?
Don't worry about it. It happens. I thought I could. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's for future. 25. You're able. I mean, still, it's early morning. Your Echo actually finds a hidden. It looks like someone was hiding a deer. The deer's dead.
Yeah, you'll.
Yeah.
Or I guess if you like search out far enough from camp, you'll find like a at least partially buried body.
The Echo's like kind of searching around, so. But otherwise, no sounds, nothing concerning coming from within the cave. And let's see, right now it'd be about 3, so 5, so it gets to about 7 and you've heard nothing. So you get to wake up the third watch.
Yeah, I wake them up, warn them about the trap I set up so that no one decides to go walk into it. And tell them about the deer that's bleeding in its eye, out of its eyes, that's been buried. And then head off to bed.
Asger and Zastrava.
Asger just looks at you strangely, of like, I've never been woken up like this.
You'll
deer?
get used to it. You'll get
Bleeding
used to it.
eyes? Is this a normal occurrence?
Out here, is this a normal occurrence? In this country?
No book I have ever read has ever had a deer with bleeding eyes.
No,
And the first thing I hear in the morning.
yeah,
Not what I
no,
was expecting.
it's not a normal occurrence. I don't know what to tell you there. Either way, this place is full of nightmares waking you up, so I'd probably get used to it.
This is why we need Plomian.
No, I'm
Hey.
sure we can keep her in our thoughts while we watch.
Didn't help that deer. Well, anyways, enjoy your watch. And if I go to bed.
Asger will just give him one of these, like, what? And then, okay, just let him go. She's not gonna say anything. She's just gonna give you one of those, like, what faces?
Poor Asger.
Zastrava, would you like advantage?
Yes.
Advantage.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely helped.
Nothing under 20, I see. Nothing under 20. Zastrava, you're again, I mean, because it's 7 to 9, it's still just starting to get a little dark where you're having you're having to rely on your dark vision. It looks like you can actually see that the castle gates have closed. Or not the castle gates, the wall gates have closed now. But for the most part, nothing really, no sounds until around 8:40. And you hear like a step, like a step, like someone skipping almost, coming through towards you.
Asger, do you hear that?
I do. It draws some level of concern. Asger will just, like, get her shield on, like...
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my rapier and then also just be like, I don't know if I'm going to cast or stab.
Are you guys investigating or just waiting for something to come to you?
I think that we hold our ground and hope that whatever it is just passes and we can see it and it won't see us.
Yeah, we'll maybe step a little bit beyond where like everybody's sleeping, so it'll get to us before we get to them.
Okay. As you guys kind of like slowly get it forward and like raiding, you actually see a blonde, small child come into view. You've met her a few times.
Asger's just gonna go for the bear hug.
Oh, hi, Asger.
It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I'm not here to talk to you though, sadly, Asger. I have to talk with someone else.
Asger looks distraught.
You can stay though for the... I'm actually... Oh, there she is. And she looks right at you, Zastrava.
Me?
Yes. Have you been practicing with it yet?
Yes, somewhat poorly, but I'm working on it.
There are secrets in there. It'll take some time. But you need to work on that.
I shall make sure to play it more often, especially during battle, to give out more inspiration to my wonderful, wonderful counterparts.
That's good. Are you all going to be on this continent for a while?
Well, we're not quite sure. I look over to Hidden Depth's like sleeping form. We do have somewhat assured passage back to Rula, should we need it, but we haven't vanquished all of the Mirror's minions, and there are still demons that plague this land, and there's the Mirror Man in general, and so much of it seems to be spiraling beyond our control.
I can understand that. Make sure if you go back or leave here, avoid the hole.
The hole?
I don't know if people have named it or anything. I know you all aren't from that area, but the hole that split the continents.
Which continents? The one that divides Rula and the northern?
The one
or
that
the entire
divides Asda from Asda and Ashenbrook used to be connected. Just
yes.
Girl, that's sweet map for stream.
Just make sure to please avoid it. Things are getting worse.
Worse? I mean, we have, 2 dragons out into the world, so there's that. It can't be much worse than that, right?
I have to go now, though. And she's...
Let's see.
Asger, it was good seeing you.
I'm going to give
Asger,
her the little apple from, the city that I got earlier.
Thank you.
Enjoy your journey.
She goes through, takes the top of the apple, and actually holding it, just pulls out the core with the seeds, and keeps that in the one hand. And as she's going and starts to skip away, you watch as you see a couple of the seeds drop as she's going in. And as she opens up, the tree opens in front of her, you actually watch as the seeds start to grow already. And she's just gone.
Perhaps this continent shall not be doomed forever.
Aw, how happy.
for once.
That's like the emotional whiplash that's about to happen as soon as we go back into that cave. It's this beautiful, nice moment, and then evil.
But that's the end of your watch.
Is that considered a long rest?
Not yet. You got one more watch to go through.
Ah, yes, that's fair. Gonna wake up, Cypher. No, much nicer.
I wanted to sleep longer.
I know. You always have the best dreams of your days with your mentor when you slumber. But for now, you must stand guard. Just think, maybe soon we'll be heading back to your tower.
This is
This
true.
drama and Cypher are adorable.
I'm just gonna like poke Hidden Depths. He's supposed to be waking up too, right?
Yep, you watch as he just like does the nice cat stretch.
I have to like restrain from like belly.
The scratches are worth it.
Good. Evening? Yeah.
Evening.
Is it time for the watch now?
Yes. Do take care of dear Cypher. I would be so distraught if anything were to happen to him.
He'll be fine. He's a strong and powerful wizard.
Perhaps one day.
Ooh. That's some psychic damage there.
Yeah, he just kind of watches and sees no reaction. I was like,
I'll be right
Hey.
back. The children yelling outside my house.
okay.
Oh no.
So as you all go to sleep, Cypher, do you want to give the perception check with advantage? Or do you just want to make
Sure.
separate perception checks?
Over 20. Aw.
Finally! Not over 20. About 30 minutes into it, 40 minutes into it, everyone's asleep fully. In-Depths comes over and is like,
I'm glad that you made it through all of that.
Me too.
It would have
I
been a
don't.
shame for my partner to die so soon.
Yeah, I don't have good feelings about going deeper in that cave.
I don't think we'll be able to stop them from that.
We could collapse the tunnel.
There's the big lady like that turns into dinosaur thingy. Like, would she be able to get through that?
If we collapsed it well enough, no.
Do you have anything to collapse it well?
That's the tricky part. I might. But if you had some explosives, that would do a much better job.
I have some on me. About enough for 30 more shots. But most of the material is used already. Small
How far are we from his ship?
about an hour walk.
You have more prominent explosives on your ship?
Of course. Cannons get fired with something.
Oh, let's say more of a barrel of powder.
Yeah. Cannons get fired with something. But
I
Look,
could,
he's a nerd. Give him a break. Hidden Depths.
but I feel like some of them may wake up by the time it would take for us to walk.
well, if you were to go and I were to help you move faster, you could get back significantly faster without me, and I could pay you for said service.
How are you going to make me go faster?
I have my ways.
If it's the haste thing, that won't work.
Why is that?
It doesn't last long enough. I'm fast. Don't get me wrong. Definitely fast. I'm not that fast.
It is only up to a minute. Trying to think of a way to collapse this cave.
Do you have any of those spells that cause like giant explosions?
No, I like more subtle approaches. I do have something that might work. But if we had explosives, I could make it look like we had no involvement in this collapse. Guaranteed.
How much explosives?
How much do you think it would take to break down that tunnel?
Depends on how much tunnel you're trying to bring down.
A decent chunk of it. That would be definitely a deterrent in going further in there.
Strava's asking in our text chat, why did we let them do watch together? They're friends. We're all friends.
You see him like toying with a ring.
I pull out a diamond from my bag of holding.
Shiny.
For the right help, this is yours.
So, how do we... How? What's the plan?
Well, there's some bodies in there. I'll bring them back as skeletons. We'll arm them with the explosives, and I'll tell them to detonate it in an hour or two. That way, well, probably after we go to sleep.
We're not going back to sleep. We wake them all up.
I'll tell them to detonate it after we start waking them all up, so we have plausible excuse we're nowhere near the explosion. And the explosion will destroy the skeletons, leaving no evidence behind that we had any involvement. That way, we get to go on your ship and go back to Rolla faster, and you get even greater reward.
I do not have enough explosives for that, though.
Well, it was worth a shot that way. The problem is, I might have a spell that can do it, but it might wake them up, and I have no good plausible denial that we had it again.
What spell would that be?
Oh, it creates a little distortion in gravity and kind of pulls everything together.
Didn't you do that earlier? I remember.
Inside the cave was a much more open space. I think in the tunnel, especially if I threw two of them in the tunnel at once, might be enough to bring that whole tunnel down. The righteous justice of Asger is on her face. She wants to kill me.
I mean, worst case, we've already dealt with the worst of it, right?
I doubt it. There's probably something much worse in there, and you're putting your life at risk, and I'm putting my friends at risk, so I would prefer us not to go in there again.
I don't know if the gravity thing will do it, though.
I don't either. That's why I was hoping for explosives. Now, I thought that if we combined what explosives you do have with the two gravities, that might be enough.
Are they going to be angry at you?
Yes. That's why I was hoping I could have the skeletons do it, leaving us plausible denial of what happened in said tunnel. Never in my life did I think I would want delayed spell. That's a weird thought.
Okay. I mean, there is a. We only have about an hour now. I could be back here. I don't think I could make it back fast enough. There's a shop that I was thinking of that'd be a little bit closer, but it's not close enough. I think we're out of luck on that cipher.
Was there anything inside the cave that looked like it could help us in this endeavor?
Are you going to go inside the cave and investigate?
I will.
Okay. And Depths will
Also,
go
I'm gonna
with you.
cast real quick on both me and Hidden Depths, Fortune's favor.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Just in case we need it.
Make an investigation check.
Oh wow, that's terrible. I think I will spend my fortune favor to re-roll that. That's not much better. Wow. 11.
You are cursed for your betrayal of the party. Bwahahaha.
You see that barrel all the way in the back?
Yeah.
As soon as you open it, it looks like a powdery substance.
I will animate dead on 2 of the corpses to bring out 2 skeletons.
Okay.
And have them, carry the barrel up front, just so Hidden Depths can see it. 'Cause he should know gunpowder, in my opinion.
You found a barrel.
And he kind of scoops some of it out and saves some of it. Probably like a hogshead worth.
And do you think this is enough to bring down this little tunnel?
Might be too much, but
It's better to go overboard than underboard, in my opinion.
So how are we going to light it?
I'm gonna take out my flint and steel and give it to one of my skeletons, and we're not gonna light it. Our good friend here is going to light it.
Okay. Okay. I like this.
And I'm gonna recast Fortune Favor on myself.
Before that, can you please give me a survival check?
Oh wow.
Nice. You pick a good spot for where to make the thing go boom. You're like, okay. And at about this time, it's probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes until they wake.
All right. I think we have things set up. So 30 minutes until we need to start waking them up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to instruct the skeletons to blow it at after 30 minutes. So that way, as we start waking them up, the thing's going to blow the tunnel.
Okay.
Actually, no. How long does Asger's sermon go for? That she gives every morning? I know I've heard it enough. Like, how long can I usually get
Make
this
that
going?
history check. Because
it
we
blow
both
up
know
and-
you haven't been paying close attention.
I have not.
Make it blow up at the very end, right at its last word.
You have a pretty good idea, though, of how long it takes.
Okay, I'm gonna basically use that sermon to go, all right, so half an hour to wake him up, then 8 minutes into the sermon we'll blow it. So 38 minutes and they're gonna like this.
Okay.
And you know what? Would you say this is a weapon?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The barrel itself would not be considered a weapon.
Nope.
That's going to blow off.
It's trap.
Alright, that's fair. Alright, I have my plan set up. I'm happy with this.
So, what are the exact orders to the zombies? Or skeletons. Zombies. Same thing.
You know what? Let me check my bag real quick on something.
Would like to know what their orders is, and if you could.
Their exact orders are, after 38 minutes, you will do everything in your power to make sure this barrel is ignited. With this flint and steel, you will create as many sparks as possible.
Okay. You roll me a d4.
Yeah. A 1.
Where's my d4s?
See, I don't know if that's good or not for this, so I have no idea if I rolled bad just now.
I
or not.
like it.
Can you, out of my curiosity, can you pop up? It was animate that you used on them, right?
Yes.
Can you pop that into chat for me? No reasons.
Okay. Animate dead. Ah.
And you decide action. Task is complete. Okay. So, any other talking before party wakes up?
No.
Okay. You guys wake up the party. I'm assuming Asger starts going about normal morning stretches before getting into morning prayers.
For me, morning stretches and morning mock training. Because why not?
Shirku. Good morning, Zastrava. Good morning, Asker and Cypher and Hidden Depths.
I take a pause, look up at the sky, look back. Good afternoon.
Actually, the morning is 11 o'clock at night.
Oh,
Asker wakes
I
up,
like it.
her eyes fucking
Good
hidden
midnight.
depths, and she's just like still in the sleeping bag.
good midnight, everybody.
Asker will get up and start her daily prayers.
Can everyone give me a perception check?
As you wish.
Better than the fucking dexterity save I feel like we're gonna be making soon.
Oh, I'm still on advantage. Okay, 14.
So, Asker, Mila, and Cypher. You guys hear, like, the sound of something thudding against, almost like, sounds like bone. And, like, something is hitting bones pretty hard down in the cave.
Asker will just be like, finishing her prayers quickly, will grab the shield and be like, It sounds like something has stirred in the cave. I think we should quickly make our way so that we can stop whatever it is from spreading.
I think we should
Where
wait
that
till
Mila
everyone's
hops
ready
down
to
and
go in
is
the cave.
growling towards the cave.
What did you say, Cypher?
I think we should wait for everyone to get ready, make sure the group's ready to go.
Asger looks around. Everyone is ready to go?
I'm gonna, before we walk into a trap, that sounds kind of nasty. I'm gonna detect magic down the cave.
Cypher, with your vision, can I see your vision again? Do I have it set up in there? I assume I do. I believe, yes, you do. You see it first. 2 humans? Yeah, humans. Very slimy humans. Very, very slimy humans are walking up the cave from where you had left the, skeletons, and just... They're at about 100 feet out. And walking closer up the cave.
Does Mila see them yet?
Nope.
So I see these 2 humans. Do I see the barrel?
That was about 150 feet in. So you don't see a barrel anymore.
I love the commitment to this plan.
What's everyone paying attention to, right?
And
Mila's creeping towards the cave.
about now, Asger... Just traveling, Shirku didn't see it.
How far from the cave entrance am I? Or am I like right on the cave entrance?
You're pretty close to the cave entrance. Asker's like right behind you, I'm assuming, because you guys were like able to. So
I'm gonna move 30 feet in. This is gonna be risky, but I need to do this.
So you move 30 feet in. Asger, as he moves 30 feet in, so he's 30 feet into the cave entrance, you're at the end of the cave. And right as he moves, it gets to that 30 feet, you actually see 2 humanoids enter your vision that are slimy and like
Asger will dash to get in front of him.
Actually, when I move 30 feet in, I'm like, oh shit, they dropped something. And I'm going to shoot a fireball at the barrel.
Fireball?
Firebolt, sorry.
Firebolt, okay. How far does Firebolt go?
120 feet.
Nice. You do see at 100 and that spot, the 2 skeletons are just like splattered around.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I rolled a 1 as well in my d4.
Nice.
And so your cast, does Firebolt light things on fire?
Yes,
Yep.
it actually specifically said it will ignite things that are flammable.
Okay.
Yep.
So Asger, you start heading up because you see these things, and you watch.
I have to go protect.
And you watch as Cypher just launches a bolt of fire out in the darkness, deeper into it, and it goes wide. I mean, he's a human; he can't see anything. Of course, it goes wide.
He missed.
Cypher, Asger, I need you both to make dex saves.
Oh,
Cypher, you're
Who
at
needs to make dex
disadvantage.
saves?
Wait, what was that explosion? Shirku just whips around and looks towards the cave because explosion.
and I will use Fortune's favor too.
So you still have disadvantage. Oh,
Oh,
I can still take the higher roll though.
oh, you
So I
can.
get a
And,
I didn't read that part.
oh, very nice. Can Milo try to shift into an Ankylosaurus to cover them. I don't know how everyone is spread out necessarily.
Safer if I die from this. I have died many times in this campaign. This one I might be just a little upset about.
So you get to choose. If the original d20 roll has advantage or disadvantage, the creature rolls the additional d20, so that would be a 6 that you rolled as the additional d20. So you get to choose between a 6 or a 10.
I'll take the 10 and hope the 13 doesn't.
Because you do have a +3 for, wait, do you have a +3?
They're not close enough.
Yeah, because it's only like 10 feet.
And Fiora.
I thought Asger was right behind me.
Nope, she was about 30 feet.
Oh.
She was just coming up to you. She was
You
still
you
not-
specifically made sure that you casted that firebolt before I got closer to you, so that I couldn't have possibly
This is a
stopped.
good
However-
question. I have to ask you something, Anthony.
Yes.
I know it's disadvantage. Can I use fate points?
You did just get 2 more fate points, and yes, you can use fate points.
I'm blowing all 10 to raise that to a frickin' 20.
Smart man.
Oh.
Very, very smart man.
Could Mila try to grab Cypher
Cypher, no.
as well? Because we
No.
were both, like, Mila's pretty far up front.
Were you? Because you couldn't even see it. So were you heading down with it too?
Mhm.
I need a dex
Like,
save, please,
I'm not gonna
Mila.
I'm not gonna let Cypher go into the cave of danger alone.
Mila, I need a dex save.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh.
hmm Oh yeah.
Anthony has grand plans of how he murders us with all of his monsters and things.
You know, in the grand scheme of things, this isn't Anthony's fault.
At least
You don't need
Estrava,
that many dice.
at least Turku's, Estrava, and the cat person are still alive.
Anthony, just out of curiosity, how many are you rolling?
There are times where I just decide, okay, time to grab the dex.
Oh no.
5, 7.
The fact that he keeps going back to it is concerning.
Rise in ashes, and we'll never.
And that's how Anthony's campaign ended.
Well, more like how 3 characters ended.
And this is when the Strava and Shirku went out on quest for 3 resurrection scrolls.
And hidden death.
We can probably find the resurrection scrolls at Cypher's Tower.
Let's see.
Oh god, the only one to die is gonna be Asger. It's just gonna be us carrying her corpse to the tower.
Yeah.
Hoping that the
That's,
Rolands don't see us beforehand.
So
What is like the
before I
save?
say the damage,
Yeah, I was gonna ask like what
Asger,
is the save?
Mila,
Oh,
you have both
Yeah.
failed. Are you spending any fate points?
Who am I?
sure.
I rolled in that one.
You can
What?
still spend fate points.
Since
Abra, stop. I see you.
yeah.
Cypher,
Since
there was a reason that I mentioned it.
I
since
didn't
Cypher
see you
passed
holding
with the
that
20,
one.
I'll spend 8 fate points on that.
So you'll go for a 20. Okay.
Mhm.
Asger, are you spending any fate points?
Nope, I need those for death saves.
Asger, you take 75 points of damage.
Hey, look at that! I need that for death saves.
Mila, Cypher, you take 37 points of damage.
I'm alive.
As the explosion cacophons out, Cypher, you knew what was coming, so you started booking it. Like, if Asger thinks about it too much when she's conscious, and if she's able to remember,
I'm hoping the concussion will dull the memory.
she might have
Yeah.
questions. But
And
you
like as
still-
soon as Cypher started running, Mila was following right behind.
And just Asger was not smart, or like not able to notice. Oh, as it just boom blasts Asger starts to get crushed under part of the rubble and is actually half under the rubble still. You and Cypher just got blown forward from the cave and are just down.
And I'm gonna rush into the cave. Look
There
at
is
this
no
situation.
cave.
38 HP, right?
Okay, I'm gonna rush over to the remains of my friends who are pretty much scattered everywhere at this point. Look
Where's
at the
Asger?
situation.
Crushed
So I'm
under.
looking for Asger because she's not obvious right away.
And, yeah.
Asger, you do get 6 fate points, by the way.
Thank you to whomever. You continue to keep this character alive.
And it's single-handedly this person. It's beautiful.
As soon
God,
as,
that's amazing.
so, as soon as I spot Asger, or can I spot Seer?
You kind of looking through, you may see her. There's about 5 feet of rubble in front of you, though, stopping you from getting her. Asger, for your first turn, can you please make me a death save?
I would love to.
I don't have
These
a
are
timer.
my favorite.
Yeah, this timer doesn't work for me. I need a smaller one. Okay. Let me know if you ever choose to use anything. What are you all doing?
I'm gonna start digging at rubble because I have no way of doing anything else.
Make an athletics
Ow.
check for me, Shirku.
And try to get to, yeah.
Cypher, you do get 6 fate points, by the way.
Why am I always having the same Asger?
Yeah.
So you
Mila's-
start trying to lift and move without causing more to fall, and you're doing okay at it right now. But Asger, like, doing okay at it is you've gotten about a foot at best in about 6 seconds. Sistrava, what are you doing?
I am going to summon my mage hand to start trying to help a bit.
Can we reach any part of Asger?
No. Like, with dark vision, people can, like, slightly see, like, hey, that's probably where Asger is. I think that's Asger's head in shining metal.
Oh, you know what else I'm gonna do?
Not really shining metal. Oh, shining metal of your holy
Yeah.
symbol.
So, oh,
It's a dented and bent up shiny metal.
Sistrava, what are you saying?
Yeah. I'm going to take out the harp and begin playing because for bardic inspiration, it's anything that can hear me gains an inspirational die. So she may be knocked out, but I feel like she could still hear.
Nope.
there we go.
No?
And-
Nope. Unconscious
Have
means
to
you
be
can't hear
conscious.
anything.
Oh no.
Nice. Hmm.
Mila is going to shift into a spider and leverage that to like web ceiling and wall
Okay.
and let Shirku work faster.
Give me one moment. Asger, for the last round for your death save, can you please give me memory? I know I keep asking you this.
It's going to be
I know, we're learning so much.
it's going to be Asger getting stuck inside the walls. Like she was using one of the passages and she got lost. And so she's just in like a T section inside the walls and is just like sitting in the T section crying because she doesn't know how to get out again.
Okay.
Can we see any part of Asger?
You can see, like, it looks like you see, like, maybe the top of her head and holy symbol kind of like dangling. But
How
she's about
is it gonna be hard to get her out?
She's about 6 feet in under rubble.
I have a plan. I am going to banish her. And she's knocked out, so it should be auto success.
It works. I mean,
Be
it's
gone.
Can you put banishment up?
The reason I want to do this is because when you reappear in an unoccupied space.
It's true, and there's going to be some shifting. Can you put?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, one creature you can see must succeed on a charisma saving throw. Can you get me a charisma saving throw there, Asger? You don't get your bonus +3 charisma from it. Okay, you do fail that. You hear?
Don't worry, I'm gonna bring her back.
Asger, can you make me another death save? As another turn goes by? And do you want to give us another memory?
This one is going to be Asger is in the kitchen and she is like, but I need seeds. I read in the library that birds really like seeds. There's a bunch of them on the roof and they can go everywhere. It's the best thing in the world. Can I please have some seeds for the birds?
And then in your head, you hear a voice. Not yet. Next round.
I end banishment.
Excuse me?
You watch as Asger just poof, right appears in front of you guys.
Does she appear like in the air and fall to the ground, or does she appear on the ground?
On the ground.
Oh, that's good. I would have felt bad if I made you reappear in the air and you like just
Oh, would you have felt bad about that, eh?
Mila, can you quickly heal her?
Yep. Mila pops out of wild shape and heals at a 3rd level. And
Oh, Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
I cast Fortune Favor on myself. I could feel you might need this.
You already have Fortune Favor on you.
Oh, I do. I forgot. I haven't used it.
Oh, wait, no.
yet.
Yeah, you did use it. Never mind.
Oh, never. I cast it again. Because I think I read it.
Thank you.
Oh.
Asger!
Asger, as you open your eyes, Mila is the first thing you see.
With the Shirku up behind her.
When the herd runs, you have to run, Asger.
But you were running from the monster and then it blew up. Cypher? Why did it blow up?
There appeared to have been something placed in the tunnel entrance. It looked like a barrel, by what I could faintly see.
Strange, I don't remember that being there before.
My guess is it was dragged up by someone or something.
Over the course we were sweeping. Right.
This is not a lie. Technically, I did not drag it up. I had my skeletons drag it up, which
It's
they do
true.
qualify as something or something.
Asger, you didn't see a barrel.
I don't remember. Even while I was up in
Shirku, you wouldn't have seen. You weren't down in the cave yet, but
I didn't see a barrel. There was just the monster. That's why I was rushing in to save you. How did you know to run?
Huh.
Well, remember, I was detecting magic, and I just felt a disturbance.
Was it a magic barrel that blew up?
A what?
You said you were detecting magic, so was it a magic barrel that blew up?
There was magic around the barrel, so it very well could have been.
Didn't you cast magic?
I did, trying to hit the creatures, and I sadly missed.
hey Mila, you do get 4 8 points, Mila.
I get 8. Yes. 4.
You
Okay.
missed.
Cypher, would you
Yes.
mind sending me a roll to GM? And Asger, would you mind sending me a insight roll to GM? And anyone else who wants to do insights.
No, I trust Cypher implicitly.
Even Shirk is finding this odd, so yeah, I'm going to send it on.
Yeah, no.
I'll throw 4 on
Spells in
that.
caves are dangerous. Like, things blowing up is a natural consequence of mortals using magic. This is very much to be expected when you let all of these humanoids do magic.
You hate drama. Party conflicts.
I'm trying to remember how to whisper the roll.
You
Slash
whispered one of
GM
them.
roll.
Oh, you got one of them?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm assuming you want to use your fortune's favor.
Yeah.
You might need it.
Okay.
And I had to add 4 to mine, so like.
Any fate points there?
I'll use all 6. 20. Yep. All 6.
Good
so.
job. Use up those fate points that you've all been saving up. Good. And we're not even to the boss yet. So, Mila, Zashava, Cypher is a trustworthy, friendly friend. He's awesome. Asger, Shirku, he's lying about something.
You don't miss very often.
And even when you do, it doesn't have this level of explosive consequence. Also, you
Wow,
ran
two
deeper into the
meanings
cave.
on Cypher's magical prowess and
Actually,
12
I have
hours.
this before. Remember, I accidentally hit Mila with the lightning bolt. My magic is not perfect. I hate to say this.
Yeah,
Why-
I said
why
not
would you-
that often.
Why
I
would
just-
you try to frontline, though? You didn't wait for me to step up and you to step behind. You ran quite quickly into the cave and then immediately ran out of the cave.
You were taking forever with your stories, Asger.
It's
We
true.
were hearing noises while you were packing up.
I was trying to keep us all safe.
By blowing up the cave?
In a weird way, yes.
It does solve the problem.
So
it does
you
not solve the problem at all.
so you caused
All you have
collapse of
done
the
now
cave.
is create a problem behind a lot of stone. Jelly
Anyway,
does not give
No.
a shit about stone.
I was
Those
wondering.
monstrosities looked like pudding. I don't imagine it would be very difficult for things without form to make their way out of this cave.
I'll be perfectly honest. I wanted I wanted a part of the cave that was filled with that liquid to be blown up, not this part.
I would
Who
have
knows?
accepted if you had
Maybe
blown up
this
the lake
chemical
after
collapse
lighting
brought
the
down
blaze.
more of the interior.
But whatever. You can't go in now, so.
I just want Plumine to not die. And every action we take makes it harder and harder for her to continue to live. Every time we take a step closer to defeating some kind of evil thing, something happens and we aid the evil thing instead.
We killed
Asger,
evil
we've
things.
killed like 2 of the 4
The
necro
4 that we
liches.
released.
I don't
Yeah.
think we're really aiding yet.
We're fixing problems that we make.
Yeah, I don't really think
We
we're
added
aiding.
100% problem and have so far reduced that problem by like 20%. We have still net added 80% to the problem.
Well, then we keep on working.
I wish that we could keep on working, but people seem to be against the idea of working.
Why work when you can profit?
Asker's just gonna turn at him and go, "This has nothing to do with you," and then look back at Cypher.
Ah. Well,
I say
That
We
you
go to
are going
Lola.
to deal with this problem. Your
Yes.
minions are going to clean up these rocks so that
Wow.
we can go in there and deal with this.
if
Wow.
we go to Rolla, we can go into my master's tower and the answers will be there. I promise you
Then we'll
that.
be in Rolla, and the town that I am, in some small way, attempting to help and set into the right path is going to be dead because of pudding monsters that they can't get to the pudding monster generator. There's just going to be pudding monsters coming out of the cracks, and they're going to be like, why is there an underground volcano of pudding monsters? And when we come back, I will happily tell them that Cypher has created this underground pudding monster creator for you that you have no access to be able to defeat.
At least they can't get out. While they're arguing,
What if we told the
I'm gonna
people,
start
or what
patrolling
if you told the
around.
people about the monster beforehand? Because sometimes bad
then the
things
guards-
happen, but if you let people know, then they can address it.
We absolutely are, yes.
Yeah.
But we specifically got sent here to deal with this problem, and now we've just made it harder to deal with.
No, we killed minions. We killed that damn archer. And that archer could have killed people.
For all we know,
this is true.
For all we know, the man tied to the tree we killed was the leader.
I'm gonna start patrolling around while they're arguing so we don't get jumped while
Did the man
everyone's
who was
arguing.
tied to the tree that my serial killer friend over there
With
chopped
Echo.
up, did he create the pudding monsters this morning?
Probably.
You
I
know-
don't think the chopped up dead man created pudding monsters.
They might have been incubating, and they woke up to come find their master. Mind you, I can't say if that's true. I'm guessing here. Can't say I've dealt with many pudding monsters. But most minions I create, I make sure they come after me if I go missing.
Would they
Which is
die,
validated
though,
by previous experience.
Oh yes, without magic fueling most minions, they'll die after so long. They need their master to stay alive, at least in my experiences.
Okay, so they're not his minions, then, is what you're saying.
Oh no, they'll stay alive a bit without their master. I'm saying they need their master to keep going. Without the constant supply of magic, they will eventually run out.
I'm confused.
Hey,
Yes.
Shirku.
Yep.
You're like doing a.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm doing a type of patrol along with my Echo
Can you
to help
make
me out.
Oh, your Echo's the one doing the patrol, or you?
We're both doing it. Echo's
Okay.
just helping.
Can you make a perception check?
Oh, I'm still buff. So.
That's fine. I see it.
Okay.
Your Echo actually kind of notices something. It almost looks like something else is creating an echo, like just kind of materializing, and it has these two large, long tentacles that just like it looks like it's using to move its body and like lift itself up. Then it has another two tentacles back. One of them with like fins on it. It has 3 eyes. Each of the eyes, you see a circular. The core iris is like it has that circular design with like the shattered mirror as part of each eye, and a big gaping mouth full of teeth just starts to appear. Looks at your Echo. You're the ones. And you don't hear that like as like a voice. It just resonates inside your entire mind.
The Echo, my Echo was, since my Echo can't really talk, he puts a hand on Shirku's shoulder. Shirku stops, looks over at the thing. Guys, we have company.
Oh, what do we have this time?
And Mila will dash over.
As you all Mila dashes over, you see that creature too. And it's just like looking.
I will escape this game. You will all be mine.
It just resonates throughout both, well, Shirku and Mila's voice since you, or head, brain.
Mila will try to pounce it. Or what size did you say it was?
Don't pounce.
I didn't say what size.
I
Which size?
Remember the size of your token earlier?
I think I saw the thing started forming echo tendrils.
So as you
And
pounce
it's-
on it,
Rising up.
it just poof, vanishes.
Like Mila's quite surprised and it doesn't have the most graceful fall.
Because yeah, you were
That's-
like expecting to like land and
Be careful, everyone. That was an echo, just like Mayona it seems. It's looking to break out of the cave.
See, we locked up the big evil.
It's wanting to be free and wanting us to be its slaves.
Most big evils do tend to try to break free, as we have sadly learned.
Why couldn't we have
We did
blown
the
up?
opposite
we
for
can
once.
tell Lieutenant Arken Walt.
Also, if it really is able to create echoes like I can, that means it can transfer its body between its echoes.
Mm.
And as we've learned, the echoes are pretty squishy. We did a good thing today. We locked away a big evil.
Shirku literally just explained how this thing could escape in 6 seconds.
Yeah, clearly we get some guards, post some guards around here, make sure they stab whatever pops up, and we go get some magical help.
No!
We are woefully unprepared to deal with whatever that is. I say we go get some magical help.
And we
There's-
didn't get any leads on where the Darvads are. Aw.
If anything, we've done more harm on this continent than good. Maybe leaving it would be for the best until we come back smarter, wiser, and stronger.
To do what? Pick up the ashes of the things that we have destroyed and gone, oops, sorry I murdered all of your friends, family, and everyone you've cared about? That sounds like a great plan.
They've done fine without us. They'll do fine without us for a bit longer.
They did fine without us before we unleashed more evil into this area.
I got a
And
question.
Tell me.
the thing that is protecting them is already barely fucking surviving as it is.
I got a question. Why couldn't we just lure that thing over next to the barrel, then blow up the barrel?
Because you weren't there in the planning stage.
Yeah, you weren't there with the planning stage, and like out of character, I think Shirku has like some sort of demon book thingy that sort of vaguely wants the creature alive. Or some other parasocial contract.
I made a deal. This is Arken. I made a deal that I would get us off this island, not permanently, mind you, just for a little bit. And apparently that creature is part of the deal. That I did not know. But hey, I made sure it's locked away at least.
Hmm. We can ask the Iron Guard for help.
Oh,
The
whatever
Iron
the,
Guard?
And
whatever
yeah,
the case,
the Iron Guard's a friend.
whatever the case, we'll need to tell the town or the city guard about this.
So we tell them. Maybe ask if there's anything else on the Darvads. And
We're
then
only
we
five.
get help.
We're only
But-
6 people. We can't do everything.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. What is it?
Am I allowed to speak now?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Sure.
Go for it.
Sorry, Asger had made it clear I was not involved in this earlier.
Asger's just glaring at him.
I feel like some mistakes were made, and that sucks. I feel slightly bad that I don't expect that the Whitherthorn guard can handle
Asger
anything
just
like
looks
that.
at him and squints and goes, "Did you do this?
I did not.
Did you help in doing this?"
I did not. I haven't seen a roll on insight yet.
I would have roll on this just for fun.
He did not. He did not. He did not.
You got a high deception roll.
I imagine he has a +8.
Yeah, that's a little low, but yeah, close enough.
Okay. Okay, I tried. Look, bam. But, yeah.
But I still feel you've brought me in on this mission. And
So I'm going
I would
to
like
leave
my
you here
port to still
to
be
deal with this.
What was that?
You have a crew. They're fairly well trained fighters, I think. Probably a little bit stronger than the guard. Should be good enough
But
to
then
post
who
up
will
and make sure that
command
this
the ship?
monstrosity doesn't leave this cave.
But then
Ask her,
how will we
if we're
move
on
the
a boat,
ship?
we need. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I refuse to go on his boat.
I think
Then
Asger's.
how are we getting places?
I think Asger's thinking about leaving you and your crew here and then taking your boat.
I will find some other boat that has not threatened to take me back home and ransom me off. Once we are on their boat, it's 4 of us versus their entire crew. We
Can I
are all
make-
fairly
can I-
seasoned fighters.
Can I make
But
a reminding that?
Against all of us,
Can I remind you, Asger, that was you who made the deal with him?
well, yes. And my intention was, at the point of making that deal, I was going to turn him into the law so that I could be allowed back into the town.
Do you not have faith in us?
I have faith
For
in all of you,
calling me a
and I
scoundrel.
understand his point of view. What?
For calling me a scoundrel. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I uphold my
Scoundrel
word.
Scoundrel would be a bit too low, actually.
I saw how
Pirates are more honorable.
his
Yes,
crew
he
is
agrees.
extremely well organized, very, very
Good.
devoted to him,
Mhm.
and would easily overpower all of us. And then we're all in chains being sold off to the highest bidder.
As
Out
soon
in
as
the open water where no one will ever hear from us again until we are sold back many years later for more money than this man has ever dreamed of.
And Mila goes up and feathery headbutts Asker's face. And it's okay.
I don't.
I've
One
dreamed of a lot of money.
And I'm worth a lot of money.
A lot, but I've dreamed of more.
The problem with that idea, Asger, is out of all of us, I'm the only one who's unknown and not worth anything. He'd probably just let me go. Walk away.
Asger just looks at you and just gives you the most pissed off look in the world of how did that help further this conversation at all?
I'm just gonna gently lay my hand on Asker's shoulder and be like, I have known Hidden Depths, I can remember his name, for many years before going and adventuring with Cypher. And while he may be a nefarious, well, politer words could be used, but
Scourge.
he has never once dealt in human trafficking. He has a line somewhere, and he has yet to cross it.
Yeah.
He has offered to take us back, and so far, he has not yet once, to my knowledge, tried to double cross us. We must give him the benefit of the doubt.
And he's dealing with people who have the ability to blow a hole in his ship and sink it to the bottom of the sea if he doubles crosses us. So
I'm
Don't
not
set
a
on
fan
fire.
of double crossing. I prefer to keep my word. It's why my crew still follow me.
The first couple of words that you interacted with me was, I could take you back to Rolla and sell you back to the royal family.
Uh-huh.
So,
Hey, maybe he would help you too. He never said he wouldn't give you some money. Maybe give you some prestige, make you think that, your family was...
Actually cares for you. Now, I like my ports.
Well, that's too bad at this point. It's going to die.
If this thing can escape, I feel bad just leaving it here.
Oh, that's nice.
We need.
Maybe we can dig like a hole down to the chamber, and we can just continually shoot spells down there and slowly whittle it away.
Or we could drop another one of those exploding thingies that you blew up earlier down on top of it.
That's fair.
Or we can go get magical aid to help deal with it.
We have magical aid.
Not strong enough by what I can sense.
What about your book?
What about my book?
It's magical.
Yes, and it is also how we're getting in the damn tower. Once we're in the tower, we're going to have access to some nice power and knowledge.
Yeah, shouldn't have said that.
Maybe even a way to help that little goddess of yours.
I don't dispute that. Also, we still have yet to find my father. I'll run into him.
So, who's the fastest one in our party? I feel like it might be
Points
Mila.
at the cat.
Maybe we could haste Mila, have someone good reputation with the town go with them, and do some talking to the guards. Say we found something. It's too much for us to handle. We need them to come and force mass battle this thing, and then.
So
I think that would be you, Zastrava.
Probably.
Not Asger.
When you
Asger's just gonna
volunteer
walk away.
yourself.
Asger's gonna go walk back to town. She leaves.
All right. So you're gonna be going there, Zastrava. You're the best at talking.
Oh, joy.
Do we want to get there quickly?
The guard don't really, it's night.
And you have a boat?
It's
That's
inside the town,
important.
though. Yeah.
We know how to get in at night.
I can get you in.
And then we just go from there.
Okay.
We either come back empty-handed or we come back with guards and torches and pitchforks.
Okay.
You're to skewer us or to skewer the cave?
To be decided.
Asger, are you walking back to town?
Yep.
Okay.
I left a minute ago.
You're about a minute ahead of them as they start walking.
If we want to outpace Asger, are you ready to fly Zastrava?
Yes, always. Don't drop me. Snakes don't like falling from high places.
Well, you're going to have to hold on.
Just like
Asger, you see
constrictor grip.
giant
Yep, the bird of paradise warps up. We'll pick up Strava and head on in.
So we get hasty from Cypher.
Do you get
I'd
hasted
rather
from
not.
Cypher?
Okay, that's
No,
fair.
it's a minute.
Doesn't
I
last
have a base 70-foot fly,
Oh,
and
gee.
with dashing, that's 140 feet. And Asger can only move 60, so we're moving
Asger,
at nearly
you watch
triple.
as whee, Mila goes with Zastrava on her back ahead of you.
Whoosh.
With that, I turn to the other two. We should probably prepare in case that thing breaks out early.
Do we want to try? Are we just going to sit here and wait?
I wouldn't advise it.
Okay.
Why did we leave the boys together again?
We trust them.
Speaking of, I'm gonna check that trap I laid out.
You have some rabbit in there. Hey Cypher, you do get some time for a short rest.
Well, that's actually very much needed.
Also, if your long rest only recovered half of your level, so 4 hit dice.
And with that, I'm gonna start making rabbit for everybody. But the three of us while we wait because we haven't eaten yet.
Asger, you can spend some hit dice too. You guys were talking for a while.
Actually, sorry about that.
Oof. Oof, that's the 2 ones on your heel is pretty oof.
Here, have some
But,
rabbit foot.
No
I
hit
feel-
dice, Asger?
I'm going to shift into a glorious golden bird.
Okay.
Hmm.
So are you... So you guys, Mila, you would be the one who would arrive to the walls first. There's just a couple of guards like patrolling the top. The gate's completely closed.
Yeah, and so I'd look for a decent perch at one of the towers for Zastrava to hop off.
Yes. Are there any guards nearby?
No,
No.
not this part.
Okay. Just going to look for where the sentry might be and start heading that way.
Doesn't take you
And
long.
what was the name of the guard we were working for?
Arken Walt?
Yep. Yes.
Lieutenant.
Perfect. So you said we
Halt!
found somebody?
What are you doing up here? And he like pulls a spear on you.
Don't be afraid. It's just me. I'm here on business of Lieutenant Arken Walt. We went out of town to try and stop this evil creature that was infecting a cave.
I
And
also
we did
think
our-
it's Arken Walt. That's what I
Arken
wrote.
Walt. Arken Walt. Okay. I'm Lieutenant Arken Walt, and we went to this cave, and there was this evil creature, and we thought we could take care of it ourselves, but there's too much going on there. We need the full guard. It's not even that far out of town.
I'm sorry, this is like my 4th day? What?
No worries, you'll get to meet the lieutenant. Can you take me to him?
He's probably sleeping? But sure.
Yeah. I know he's sleeping, but this is really important. The town could be overrun. This thing's not far.
Right this way. Then he starts
Thank
leading
you.
you. As he leads you down, Asger. You do get to the gate.
Angel Asger, flying over the wall.
What the? What?
Asger will come to the sentry there, and just still in angel form, just go Arken Walt.
And you see Zastrava walking at the same time, just about there.
Oh yeah, and Mila's like staying in bird form, sort of watching from the gate, maybe hopping roofs to follow.
Is that the monster?
No. That's the bird of paradise. I'm sure people were talking about her
Oh
earlier.
no, he's pointing at Asger. He's like glowing, like
There's just a
Oh,
glowing
no,
angel in the
no.
middle of the night.
glowing
Asger's
wings, humanoid. Yeah. What is
Asger's a
that?
monster now.
That's
If only Asger actually heard this herself, that'd be hilarious.
It's not far from Asger. Asger and Zastrava, you two can see each other now.
yes. Oh, wonderful. My other companion made it as well. We weren't sure who would make it faster. But no,
So
she is our
Arken-
paladin and our shield.
Okay.
And she often saves us from the most precarious of situations. It's actually thanks to her that I'm still around today. I think she's also looking for Arken Walt. Is he over here, or is he sleeping in the barracks?
No, he's at his home. I'll lead them to them. And he starts leading you guys down the stairs because he doesn't have wings. And heads you guys to not too far in and on the left side. He heads west side Sorry, I was like, which way is north, south, east, and west on this map? Nope. And he leads you up to, it's like not a like grand house, it's kind of a nice like common but well kept. And just coming and opening the door in a nightgown, you see our Lieutenant Arken Walt. Go back to your post. Come on in. Where's the rest of your number?
They're back at the cave, keeping an eye. We did what we could. And some of our party even managed to collapse in the cave. But it's still trying to get its way out. And it will escape soon. And it might come for the town. We need help, guards, something.
Asger, you are out of angel form, by the way.
Oh, I figured.
Yeah.
I figured they were going to have a bit of this conversation, and then I was going to show up as led. They definitely got there.
He led you that way too.
Oh, okay.
You both got met up and everything. I don't know how much of the guard we can spare. We've been seeing some encroaching signs, and we're already worried about Bone Spring a little bit. There have been rumors of some disappearances in there. It's part of the city outside of the wall.
Where we had the texture soup.
Ah. Well, it could be related. Perhaps this is the source. And if we can take this out, I'm sure we can rally and take that out as well.
Maybe. I'm just concerned. I don't... How many people would you need?
Asger, you've read the many military books. What do you think?
Our party wishes to leave to go acquire some level of power to deal with this, assuming that my unwillingness doesn't stop them from doing such a thing. You would need round-the-clock guard protection there, probably a station of 8 to 12 guards. If you've seen our companion, the orc, fight at all, he creates kind of a body double of himself using a dark and evil power. As such, this creature does the same. In doing so, they can swap places. The hope would be that your guards would stand there and make sure that wherever it summoned this shadow clone of itself, they would be able to destroy it before it can switch places with itself outside of the cave, thusly keeping it trapped under there. Unfortunately, for that plan to work, you're going to have to be able to commit to that for the next 6 to 8 months, probably, as it will take us time to get to Rolla the power that they hope to acquire, and then to return. But it sounds like you don't have the manpower to do that. If I may suggest something, bring the people of Bone Spring in. I know you cannot house all of them, but your streets lay empty. The best you can do, at least, is to bring them into this city and lock this place down. I don't think that you can stop that thing from actually escaping. My best hope for you is that even though the town is this close to it, maybe it will wander and hunt local game and things and not constantly attack the wall every day.
As you've been speaking, you watched as he was already sleepy. The color from his face has drained completely. And it looks like he just aged about 10 years of you going through it. So what you're saying is we're doomed?
Yes, quite. I would say that your best bet is to hope that the ships that you have in this harbor can take you considerably further away from this area. Take as many of the women and children and put them on boats the first thing of the morning. my crew can stand out there for a day or two, helping to make sure that this monstrosity doesn't leave the cave, to give you time to be able to do this plan, as that it's the only thing that I think will actually save lives. Plomine's power is fading, which is why I feel Bone Spring is slowly being invaded. The power was barely there to protect Bone Spring already, and with it waning as it is, it won't be long until the tower's walls, or the city's walls, will also be barely protected, and then the people of the outskirts of the city proper are going to also mysteriously disappear as monstrosities come in the night. I think it is the best bet to run at this point.
The problem is there's only one ship left in the harbor after today. We don't have any that we know of scheduled to be arriving for a while. And as eccentric as Hidden Depths is, I don't think his ship can fit enough people on it.
No, probably not. I think that bringing Bone Spring in and attempting to set this city up for a siege and hope that we can get word to boats to come sooner is going to be the best bet to save lives.
Then perhaps Evelyn's house could house some of the more ill and frail and needy townsfolk should the worst befall us. But I think the most important thing...
The Black Quill is not going to be large enough for that.
It's much more than it seems, as is wonderful Evelyn. But don't worry about that right now. I think what we need to do is have multiple fronts. Get the people in town, initiate a leader, just start collaborating on that effort, and then gather as many as we can to go out and fight and make an initial hard hit before falling back if we need.
Out of the 4,000 or so people who live in Whitherthorn, only about 100 are actually trained to fight.
When you're fighting for your life, does training matter?
In some regards, yes. An untrained soldier can be a negative on the field of battle.
If they break rank, run over each other. I mean, Whitherthorn was never meant to survive a siege.
No, but you do have quite impressive walls. Perhaps they could man them, and the ones with experience could fight from there.
And so you all are leaving for what purpose?
Well, I don't think we need to leave right now. I think we could at least help fight this thing. But
our wizard believes that his old master's tower holds some form of world-saving magic that he can then employ to hopefully do such a thing. But like I said, that would require you to be able to survive for the next 6 to 8 months before we would most likely be able to return. And I fear that there will be no towns left on this continent by that time.
So whatever this is something powerful enough to threaten a continent.
This by itself, no, but there are many pawns on this continent actively moving against it at the moment.
Asger, can you make a will save?
Sure.
Or wisdom save, technically. I know you understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I can see what I can do for... I don't see much hope. From everything that you've told me, probably one of the better fighters here besides Captain Siegfried, and even Captain Siegfried, I don't know how long he could actually rally the troops for that. Something like this. You hear a light. You all hear a light. Another visitor?
It never fails.
He opens it up, and they're in different attire than you've ever seen her. You see Evelyn in like this almost glowing white armor, like seems metal, like actual plate, but it seems really light still. She walks in. I see Sister Elvis with you. What happened to the rest of your number?
They're waiting back at the cave. We can't take it. And it's going to escape. And it's going to come for the town. And it's possibly influencing the bone spring.
Well, an aboleth would have that sort of effect on the world, on the place around it.
An aboleth? Is that what this thing is?
Yeah, I've been doing some research with what you guys had left, and I finally found it. She Abra?
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Technical difficulties!
It's the aboleth. Run!
The amethyst has destroyed Ren's cat. Has gotten to Ren. No!
Whatever shall we do? A little too. There you go.
Yep.
Seamless.
One of the Master Mirror's minions.
Master Mirror doesn't want this campaign to be fulfilled.
The darkness.
The darkness improves.
Oh no, you can't see anything.
Approaches.
Yeah, they just switched to a thing.
Is that Sims?
What sense?
I thought I saw Sims.
Sure enough. Okay. Sorry about that, yo. My cat has decided that she's like, oh, you're not giving me enough attention. I almost put that on the wrong side. Okay. Yes, Abra?
I'll do it again if you don't pay attention.
The end of the world as you know it. Good clip.
And I feel fine.
Okay. So where were we? Sorry.
It's an aboleth. And it hates everything.
It's a creature from the mirror dimension. One of them hasn't been seen on this for years.
Do you cast banishment on it and send it back to its home then?
That would be one method of dealing with it.
Cypher, you know what to do.
I'm not there. And I don't think my banishment is strong enough.
It would require it to... I mean, as casting any spell requires it to fail on its end. But I don't think that it would be something... I was starting to get worried because I hadn't seen any of you yet, and it had been a while. That's why I'd cast a scry on Asger, actually.
Was it your voice I heard for a moment then?
You can't hear my voice through a scry.
We should probably figure that one out later, Asger. That's never a good thing to be hearing voices.
My eyes burn out of my head. I hear voices. I probably should have stayed in the keep.
No.
Much as I hate to admit it, life was considerably simpler when I hid inside the walls, didn't talk to people, and just played with the birds.
Just hands on either side of face. No. Never, ever, ever get up. For everything that sucks, you have become an amazing human being, and that is why your grandfather asked us to come help you and shepherd you and not drag you back by the skin of your teeth. Because in the end, you're going to become a great leader. And this here could be a defining moment. So we're going to overcome this and do what we can. One step at a time, inch by inch. And one day this will be a story you tell your grandchildren.
So, what is your plan to deal with it, or do you plan?
Well, we left 3 psychotic idiots there to watch it at the moment.
We've left our wizard, our wonderful fighter, and the cat. Like was the last and our favorite pirate there to keep watch. We figured they could at least come up with something clever should it break out of its lair.
They came up with something clever to stop us from getting to its lair in the first place.
It could have been a blessing in disguise. If we went up against it on our own, we might have died. I don't think they were right in doing it, but for once it might have worked out for the best. But we're here now.
So,
And our only plan was to throw the 100 trained people at it. And try and keep the rest safe in the walls. Perhaps in your walls. We'd ask you first this time, of course.
I don't have enough room for 4,000 people.
Do you have the ability to send messages, like very long distances?
I do.
Could you contact the captain of a certain boat to start leading a certain fleet here? I know it will take them time, but I think that we need the manpower, and if worse comes to worse, the boats to be closer than further to get people away.
I mean, an aboleth is something of danger. But I don't think it's something that's unable for you all to handle. Especially if you have help.
Are you our help?
I can be. I was ready to... When I saw it was only Asger and you here, Sistrava, I was ready to help.
No?
Asger will look down at herself, still bleeding into her clothes, and just go, I'm not in very good fighting shape after the whole cave-in thing.
You watch as she pops, grabs a... You see a vial of red liquid, and the red is a deeper red than the red that you've seen. Drink this.
Just sip on it while we finish having this conversation.
By the end of you sipping on it, you've regained 50 HP.
Well then. Asger will just be like, I feel as good as I did this morning, before someone dropped a cave on top of me.
Dropped a cave. Never mind. What type of assistance would you need from me?
More than likely strength. What do you think, Asger?
Your magics are considerably stronger than most of the rest of our groups. The biggest issue we're facing at the moment is the fact that we no longer can reach the thing. So it's mostly just hoping that it comes to us, which puts us on the back foot off the jump. If there were a way for us to get down there and surprise it in some way.
I could let us into there. It wouldn't be too hard. There are spells that I have that would do that.
I think that we should put it on its back foot and surprise it in some way.
It's been years since I've actually been involved in an actual fight, though.
Asger will just be like, well, you're the most powerful being that I know.
One moment.
Abra attacks the
Not
camera.
again!
The Evelyn has attacked once again.
We're gonna have a fight. We're gonna fight. I see you.
It's just saying you need to get a wall-mounted option for Christmas.
Precious
Sorry, me and
baby.
my cat are seeming like we're gonna have a fight coming up soon enough.
So
I'm gonna
it
lose that
seems.
fight, but we're gonna have a fight.
The treat ration has been low.
But Evelyn
no.
keeps attacking the camera.
Darn hidden depths.
So I didn't hear what you had said after she had said it's been a long time since she fought, because Abra reasons.
Asger said that she was the most powerful wizard that she knows.
I won't necessarily disagree with that, but there's a difference between the normal spells I prepare in combat.
If you send word to the first mate of the Nefarian, Kai might be able to help out too, rallying the allies, as it were.
Okay. You guys just go for no experience. I got you. I got you.
No,
I don't.
I think we need your buffs and your guidance and your, perhaps even your, if not, well, it wouldn't be rusty. It'd flake off really quick. But your combat experience, we need your knowledge of how to fight this thing. Do we need to draw it out of its lair? Do we need to strike it a certain way?
Drawing
You
it
have that knowledge.
out of its lair is going to be nigh impossible. It's generally underwater.
Can we transmute the water to something else?
I mean, it might make it so you can breathe the water, but nothing else.
Is there any way you could make us move in the water easier?
I don't have anything like that. Sorry, I just saw Shirku's message of transmuting the water to lava and it made me laugh.
It seems like a really good plan.
It's a creature that it's powerful, but as long as you can resist its control of your body, I feel that you'll be able to get through it and deal with it very easily. I have a couple of spells I can use on you that might make it the fight easier. I normally always prepare protection from evil and good. That if I cast it on all of you would give you a better chance of being defended. And then I can. You said that there's the cave fell in, so you couldn't enter.
There was an explosion.
our wizard decided to blow up the cave.
Okay. I do have a spell to easily move that out of your way. But other than that, most of my spells are, well, identifying things, sending.
Sending?
Yes. So you can only send things to people that you know.
I mean, send the aboleth to the Nefarian.
Sending as in messages.
Well, that's fair. Do you know any of its weaknesses? Is there anything we can exploit?
It's not really resistant or weak to anything, really. If it is out of the water, then it doesn't move as fast. It's a larger creature, so it's harder to get through its skin, but easier to hit.
Joy. No?
At this point, we've warned the city, and if we fail, at least they know what to expect. So, let's go not fail.
I agree, Asger. I agree.
Alright, and let's I'll join you to at least be able to cast some spells on you all. And you guys start to head back. Cypher, Shirku, and Indeps. While you're all sitting waiting. Anything you guys doing?
I was going, as I mentioned before with Cypher and Hidden Depths, probably be a better idea to prepare and set up everything. So I was thinking of maybe setting up some traps around the area surrounding, using the wood and maybe some vines any vines we can find to make some
traps.
Yeah, trigger traps of thorns coming up to anything pressurized, or maybe even a rope trap to swing out something up into the tree. I'm sure it's not going to stop this thing, but still something to slow it.
Make a survival check. Also, Mila, how many people can you fit on your back?
Let me, because I know the carry weight rules for 3.5 for flyers, but I don't know off the top of my head for 5e. I have a strength of 14, so I figured one person is fine. Also because I'm large size, and that also impacts your carry weight.
Yeah.
Give me like
That's
3
fine.
minutes to figure that out.
I don't even when you see them walk out, and they see you, and Evelyn's like, were we planning on riding Mila back? And she'll ask her if you could wrap this rope around you.
Asger will just look quizzitively as she does so.
And she wraps part of the rope around her. And Mila, she gives you the end of the rope. And then she casts levitate on Asger and on herself. And that's how you guys can fly back, because you just basically are then carrying Zastrava.
Perfect.
After I set up all the traps and such, I'm basically just going to patrol around.
You're able to, with the 17, you're able to set up some traps pretty well. Hidden Depths, I'm assuming Cypher and Hidden Depths are just staying by themselves while you're working on that.
Yeah, I can only fly with 210 pounds.
You're muted, Cypher.
Yeah,
you're
I've had to use my big card. I'm trying to think of another idea.
Hidden Depths comes over to you and is like, I'm sorry. I'm concerned about not having a port to come back to. I like the idea of leaving here.
with how things go, we're going to make this worse somehow. I don't know how yet, but we will.
Well, before we make it worse, and he pulls out the diamond that you had given him earlier, or at least were intending to give him, and he so would have stolen anyway, and hands it back to you. You can have this back.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure this will come in handy somehow. Maybe we can bribe the big old creature down there.
Again, sorry, but I like having a port. There's no reason to get rid of the corruption here if I don't have a port to come back to.
This is fair. Oh.
Oh, never mind. I can carry up to 420 pounds because of the large size.
Yeah, with Asger and Evelyn being levitated, you're more of just pulling them every so often. Cypher or Shirku, you see them first because you're going around setting up traps. You see Mila as the big bird going, and with Zastrava on top, and then Asger and Evelyn kind of being towed as in like a ferry service through the air.
Hopefully Mila doesn't step into anything.
Mila, you see Shirku, and you see a couple of traps that are set up and around.
Yeah, and like we lived together for a while, so I'm probably going to like land in a tree and start putting people down on the ground.
Watch your step.
Thank you.
Slide.
Asger and Evelyn just kind of levitate down.
Mila greets Shirku with a scree.
Welcome back, Mila. Welcome back, and welcome back to both of you as well. And you brought company. Sorry about the traps, but I like to be cautious. That's how I lived most of my life.
You're fine.
That just needs a moment.
Let's join the others. And she kind of waits for someone to lead her back to Cypher and Hindetz.
All right, this way. And with that, I just lead them back.
Cypher, you watch as the party returns with an Evelyn in tow.
Ah.
For those of you who haven't heard, what you're facing down here is an aboleth. It is a creature that lives within the Mirror dimension. One of Master Mirror's more personal servants. Not necessarily servants, it's more a minion.
Speaking of, I've noticed that anything that came from there, even with a magical weapon, I haven't been able to effectively harm.
That's strange. They don't normally bear any extra resistances to any of our weapons. Normally. I'm going to be able to grant you access down there, and I'm also going to be casting protection of good and evil for you all, to help protect you from its magic to take over your mind.
If we are going down there fighting it, hopefully I'll be able to do something to assist. Otherwise, I won't be able to do as much damage as I normally do. I'm afraid. If it's like anything.
Well, I've already warned the town of what happens if we fail, so.
Good. I'll be taking proper precautions.
So, besides that, is there any other questions that you all have?
Hit that boss fight music.
What abilities
At some point.
does this thing have?
What was that?
What abilities does this thing have?
It's able to telepathically communicate, its body can inflict disease by just touching. And it has the ability to enslave your mind. That's why the protection will hopefully help against that.
Is that everything?
It's everything I know of them.
There's one more you're missing. I created an echo next to me. It's able to do the same thing I am right now.
And you already know more of that than I do.
Alright, for the information of that, it's able to make a copy of itself, which is able to die in one hit, but it can chain its attacks with it, and is able to share its abilities with that echo, or teleport between them.
Good to know. Cypher, are you feeling well?
Yeah.
You look a little scruffed up.
Oh.
Aside from him getting into an argument with Asger.
And she passes over one of the potions to you.
Oh, thank you. I will take the potion.
Are you drinking it?
Yes.
You heal 50 HP.
Perfect.
Are you all ready?
Last question. Do you know of any weak points that this thing would have?
None that I'm aware of.
I see.
It's bigger, so it's easier to hit. But... And she's...
Do we have a way to keep it out of our head?
I'm going to help with that. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll give you some protection from it. That's why me not being around and not being able... I'll be able to concentrate on it as long as I'm not injured or attacked. So, that'll be with you throughout the battle.
Hey. Well, that'll be good to know. I look around at the transformer. It's a shame we can't use these to help out in this fight.
We can do this, Sharku.
She goes up to the crumbled wall, lifts her hand, and you just watch as it just forms a circle for you guys to walk back through of that delicious cave being blown up. Just change back into a cave.
Mila watches intently for her next level spell.
And then you watch as she casts 2 spells actually in succession. The first, Cypher, do you want to give me an Arcana check?
Sure. Let's see.
The first
Why can't I roll high?
You register as breathe water.
Okay.
And then the second one being a higher level of protection from evil and good.
Okay.
Which just allows her to cast it on all of you.
I'm gonna need to learn some tricks considering what we're dealing with in the future.
Good luck.
Thank you for all your help.
May Omin watch over you.
You say farewell.
Now, I have a question to ask you all. Do you wish to start this now, or would you wish to start it next time?
Next time.
I would vote next time.
I figure.
Let's leave it as a cliffhanger.
Yo. Thank you all.
Something for everyone to look forward to.
Yo.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine.
Can you please
Somebody
write this thing out
remind
loud?
me that
Thank
I
you
need
all
to
for-
give you guys abilities next time. Alright, done.
Thank you all very much for joining us. I appreciate it. We will see you next Tuesday when they get to go deal with an aboleth, and we'll see how well they take care of that. So
We're all gonna die.
I have
Goodbye,
faith in them.
everybody.
Have a
Vote
good
for
night,
us.
Faith in Mila's willpower. I don't know about the rest of them.
Save us now. It's in your hands.
I'll be good. If it gets too dangerous, I'll run away.
Vote
Because
for
I'm
who you
definitely
want to die.
No, we don't want to die.
No,
No death.
no, no one here wants to die. I will stay here and keep fighting until people stay alive.
I mean,
Unless
you
Dio
more
dies.
vote for who you want to live by giving them fate points.
That's true too. Have a
Yeah,
good
that's
night,
true.
y'all.